Today we're going to play with fractions to make a wintry landscape with a bird. We're going to start by putting little marks of black paint on a white paper. Then I'm going to use a scraping tool to pull it across the paper. This looks like a birch tree, a really pretty black and white tree that stands out in the winter. A couple more black lines. I don't want to fill my paper much, just a few black lines will do. Then scraping them across my paper quickly. Then I'm going to cut this paper into quarters. My paper here is slightly smaller than yours, so I'm only going to cut mine in half. You have a learning guide that shows you where to make the cuts, so make sure you're following along with that. So now I have my trees. The next step is going to be to take a red circle and cut it to turn it into a bird. So here you go. You see I have a red circle. I'm going to start by cutting it in half. I have 2 semicircles. Then I'm going to go to one of the halves of the bird and cut that half in half. Now I have 2 quarters. Now lastly, I'm going to go to one of my quarters and cut it in half to make eighths. So I have 1/2, 1/4, and 2 eighths. I'm going to put these together to create a bird along with a little tiny yellow piece for his beak. You have a learning guide that shows you how to put this together and glue it. So don't be worried if your bird doesn't come together right away. Check in with the learning guide, and I, of course, can help you wherever you need help. Then I'm going to glue those trees down and then glue my assembled bird on top of the tree. Now this red bird is called a cardinal. A cardinal has specific markings. I'm going to start by making almost like a sideways V on his face, and then I'm going to make a circle to outline where his eye is. I'm going to fill this in with a black marker. Again, I have these steps in your learning guide, and it shows you exactly how to make all of these details. The cardinal has almost like a little crown, so I'm going to make lines to show the texture on the crown and on the wing. Now I'm going to go into his beak and make a line to show where it divides. Then I'm going to go to the bird's chest and make almost like little W's that connect to show the texture of the bird, like feathers. Maybe I'll add a little texture to the tail. And now he's looking like a cardinal. The last step is that I'm going to be using the wrong side of a paintbrush to paint snow. I simply take white paint and I dip the opposite end of the paintbrush in dots for snow. And now I have a beautiful winter cardinal.